Yeehaw, cowboy, episode 19 today.
19. We're almost 21. We're almost legal in the States.
Yeah, it's so fun. I don't know why I started off with an accent. I think I was thinking about abortions in Texas. That's why I came out like that. Oh, shit. Trigger warning, I guess.
So do we just go straight in? So Alpha Mama and I were just arguing in the lounge room about COVID, vaccinations, etc. So I guess this is Breaking Our Silence Part 2.
Oh, God. I'm already feeling it. Yeah.
We have other topics we're going to go into, but I think we're going to start off where the fire is of pro-vax, anti-vax.
We're going to go through the fire. So it's interesting, right? Because I was having conversation with someone in my DMs about vaccinations, and then Paisley and I started talking about it in the kitchen, and then somehow we found each other arguing for the other person's rights.
Status.
It was so hilarious. So Paisley's like, why do you feel the need to tell people that you're unvaccinated? Why would you do that? And I was like, well, I feel like vaccinated people should have the right to know if they're hanging around unvaccinated people. And we're like, this is fucking gold. We need to get on the microphone right now and actually talk about it.
So the sort of premise is me being vaccinated and Alpha not being vaccinated is I'm a vaccinated person that is very anti-vax.
And I'm an unvaccinated person that is, in a sense, pro-vax, I guess.
So like the principles that we hold, not what we're actually doing, but like the ways that we're approaching certain things is being very, like contradictory to the actual way that we are actually navigating our actual bodies ourselves.
Totally. Well, here's something that we do have in common when it comes to, the vaccination discussion is that I know you got your vaccination super early.
I got it the day it was open.
Yeah, and the reason why, I don't want to speak for you. Well, you can tell people why you decided to go. I won't speak for you.
The reason why was, to me, I just didn't want to be restricted in any way whatsoever. And I also just didn't want to deal with the stresses of conversation, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to, essentially just be like, no one talk to me. I'm fucking vaccinated. I don't want to deal with your bullshit. Government, friends, family, community, blah, was just like, I want to be able to travel as soon as I can. I want to be able to not have to wear a mask or whatever it is. Like all these restrictions that are going on. I just want the quickest route out of that, and it was just like, here is my XYZ to if I'm going to get vaccinated, because I don't I don't take Panadol rah usually. Any kind of Western medicine I avoid, but I also was like, cool, here is my boundaries. I have to do X amount of breath work, X amount of meditation, X amount of this, that, and this if I'm gonna do it,
And when you felt into it, your body was like, yeah, this is fine for me.
This is fine. Yeah. There was definitely a bit of like we discussed in earlier episodes, like a collective dogma coming up beforehand, like the days before. Have I made the right choices? Is this, are people gonna blah, are people gonna whinge that I did it, etc.
So your only hesitation or consideration was, what will my spiritual friends think of me if I do it, right?
Essentially, and a even more mild thing of what about these blood clot things, But I was like, whatever.
But you trusted your body that you'd be
I trusted my body, and I just wasn't falling into that fear mongering of what is the percentage really, and for someone like myself that is healthy, middle-aged, is that middle-aged?
You are not middle-aged.
30, whatever you consider a fucking 30-year-old. I just was like, no. And then same with the spiritual friends. I was like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care what anyone else thinks.
Beautiful. And I think that's also a byproduct of the fucking personal development work that we've done, where we're not as susceptible to being indoctrinated and dogmified, and not as afraid of being kicked out of the tribe, because we've done a lot of personal development work. So for me, it's like, fuck yeah, I support you. You made that decision because you felt it was right for you. And you did it, and you didn't give a shit about what people said. Like, I fucking celebrate that. I support that. And for me, I, came to my decision from the same principle, is that I don't care if people hate me for deciding this. This is what's right for me.
Yeah.
Every time I tune in with my body, it's like, nah, not now. Not now. It's not ever. It's not now. And for me, when I started to see all of the like, you have to get it done, and if you don't, you're selfish and you're privileged and you're ableist, and how dare you not consider everyone around you, that was like red flags for me. I was just like, immediately red flags. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Especially if you fucking coerce me and force me. Why, if I already felt it was a no, and now you're trying to manipulate me, force me, coerce me, threaten me, shame me, vilify me, criticize me, or like try to bribe me, why would it then become a yes? And you know what? A lot of people, because a lot of my friends know I'm unvaccinated, and some of them have reached out and be like, wow, like I'm so, like, I support you for not being vaccinated. I didn't want to get it, but I felt I had to. And for me, that fucking breaks my heart.
Of course.
That breaks my heart. So I don't give a shit if you want to vaccinate or not. For me, what's important is that you fucking stay true to your own integrity. Because I don't give a fuck about who you are or what you know. To me, my loyalty is to me first. My body, like my own personal truth. No one has a right to tell me what to do with my body. I don't care who you are. That's just it for me. And it's mind-blowing to me that we can be like, you can love someone so deeply and have these beautiful experiences with them, and because of this vaccination, you can completely turn your back on them. And that's what I'm seeing happening right now. And it goes from both sides. It's like, holy shit, you're just gonna delete your whole fucking friendship history with someone because of this? Like, it's crazy to me. But that's what we're dealing with.
So this came off the back of, like you just slightly premised beforehand, of like, both of us were talking to a good friend of ours, and they were talking to me and also you about your current situation, and like,
stop bitching about me behind my back.
Too bad. We're doing it. And that person will be listening right now. What up? And essentially they're like, how is Alpha going to be freer but also follow the rules of the government, Because talking about how you feel you need to
disclose my unvaccinated status.
As if you have an
like
STI,
an STI,
and you have to tell someone before you sleep with them that you feel the need to do that. And to me, I'm like, whatever, like, you don't have to consent that, like, you don't have to go around and tell, if we go have a like, for instance, like a going away party in the park with however many people we can have. I think by then it'll be 50. That it's like, is Alpha gonna have to, get up on stage, go
announce,
ting 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 ting, everybody, public service announcement, I am unvaccinated.
Take a big bow.
Those that want to, we've created a sectioned off area for those that don't want me to go near them. So I just want to make sure everyone is consenting to this.
So if you don't mind getting a blowjob from me, you can sit in this section. But if you don't want to get a blowjob by me, because I'm
only want vaccinated blowjobs, go over to the little area with the red rope over here.
Oh, fuck. Look, I know we're having a laugh about it because obviously we're besties, but if you're listening to this, you might be triggered right now by what we're saying. Like, because, and that's what happened. That's what I found fascinating in when we were talking. Paisley is like, why do you have to tell people? You're not responsible for their health. Like, it's their decision. If people want to go out in the world, they're like, we're always at risk of being exposed to something. There's viruses, there's bacteria, you could get hit by a car, like anything could happen. That's your choice. If you choose to go out in public, in society, it's totally your choice.
Like, they have to know that unvaccinated people are going to be around.
I'm sure a lot of people do, think that, and I have a friend who was telling me that even though they're double vaccinated, they're still choosing not to go out in public places right now because they know that there's a risk.
Yes.
And so I respect that. That's cool.
Respect.
You take responsibility for your health. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. On my side, for me, the way I see it is like in the same case as STIs, I would disclose, you know, if I'm going to be intimate with someone, I disclose. Everyone who follows me, you probably already know I have herpes. I have herpes HSV 2 and 1. And I tell people if I'm going to be intimate with them, just so you know, I have the virus. I don't have any symptoms. I don't feel sick right now. And if I did, I would let you know, but so that you can make an informed choice.
Yep.
Now,
I agree with that because you got the virus in your body and yeah, you're a carrier of that virus.
obviously, it's a little bit different with COVID, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not sick. I don't have the virus. Well, I don't know if I have contracted it before because they don't really test for antibodies when they test. I could have because I remember like when it first started.
Yeah, you could be asymptomatic.
I could be asymptomatic and still be transmissible. So it's like I know that I'm not sick, but I don't know if I could potentially be transmitting the virus, right? So here's the thing. For me, it's like, I think I'm healthy. I feel I'm healthy. And I don't think that there is more risk. So look, this is an interesting one because people will debate me on this, right? When it comes to how contagious is a person if they've been vaccinated versus if they're unvaccinated, like, and how sick will they get? There's so many risk factors that we have to consider. It's not just a matter of have you been vaccinated or unvaccinated. You got to take into consideration that person's basic overall health. You got to take into consideration, do they have any other, risk factors? Like, are they, do they have any other illnesses? Are they immunocompromised? What's their lifestyle like? What's their diet like? Are they a smoker? Do they drink? What's their age? So I feel like as a pretty fucking healthy person, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm like in a fairly healthy body weight category. I eat pretty well. Like, I feel like I'm pretty healthy and I'm in good hygiene, like these things. And I think that there would be vaccinated people who would be in much worse shape than me,
100%.
who would probably be a lot more prone to transmitting the disease if they were carrying it. So this is my rationale. I'm not saying this is science. This is what I think. So given that, even though I feel that way, I still think that people have the right to decide how they engage with me, that they should have the information, because right now the assumption, like the agreement that we've all made based on the law and based on, whoever the premier is and what the fucking decisions that they've made, the law says that only vaccinated people are allowed to go to restaurants, right? So if you're vaccinated and you're going out to a restaurant, your assumption is that everyone who's out in restaurants is vaccinated. If you believe that unvaccinated people pose a risk or a threat to your health, then you should have the right to decide whether you want to be around them or not. That's my belief.
But they have to get to and from the restaurant.
Yeah.
In public.
Well, not necessarily.
Unless there's
you
like
can
a
drive there and there's a park out the
right there.
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit for me. Like, and that's I guess part of my like and XXX's name of like this mentality of like being someone that is, for lack of a better term, anti-vax yourself.
Lol, I'm not anti-vax.
So I said lack of a better term, but someone that doesn't have a vax or want to get vaxxed at this current moment is that this still a vaccinated mentality, I don't
think it's about a vaccinated mentality.
Like at a restaurant, like for instance, there's these fake vaccination passports getting around that you can do if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like
would I do?
Yeah, you wouldn't do it, would you? You wouldn't do it.
Look, I'll be honest about that. It depends on the situation. It depends on the context.
If you could go to like, if I'm like, hey, I'm going to the cafe, come along to the cafe.
I'll tell you what it's about.
Sign up your little thing, come along.
Well, because this is what it's about for me. It's not about me being, I don't think that I can make people sick because I don't think I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really fucking oppressive to try and convince people that they are dangerous and that they are sick when they're not. I think it's really fucking, that I think is despicable. And fucking cancel me, you know, I love canceling myself, but I think it's really fucking oppressive. I think that's really fucking oppressive to try and tell people that, you know, you could be carrying this scary virus and you could be putting your family at risk and you're so dangerous. It's like, that is awful.
Yes.
So that I think is fucking bullshit. So I don't think that I'm dangerous, and I don't think that I am a sick person. I don't think I'm a bomb waiting to go off. However,
I'm just going to just quickly ad-lib. That's the role of the man. Every man is a rapist. Every man is dangerous. It's the same as...
Yeah, okay, cool. I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. So I don't believe that I am putting people at risk.
Yeah.
However, I know that some people disagree with me.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people feel that I am a threat and that I am a risk.
Yeah.
Based on their views, based on their beliefs, based on their feelings.
Yep.
Knowing that, I don't want to jeopardize our relationship and our connection and our trust. So, for example, like if we're in a park, because you said, okay, well, what if there was like a Dancing Eros meetup in the park? So for those of you who don't know, Dancing Eros is feminine embodiment work that we've both journeyed together, and like oftentimes we have like a dance wave situation where, you know, you drop into the archetype. So if there was something like a ritual, basically, if there's a ritual in the park and you were invited to go, would you feel the need to tell everybody that you're unvaccinated? In this particular climate right now, I would. And the reason is, and you're like, oh, why? The reason is because I know a lot of people hold the belief that they would be in danger if they were around me. And I respect that. I don't agree with them, but I respect them. And
I put it in a similar category to, like, you know, a charge thing that maybe recently happened is if I go to fucking Dancing Eros and someone is pro-Trump, I don't expect them to fucking tell me they're pro-Trump and, you know, all the things that come with it. That means they're racist. That means they're homophobic. Oh my God, I am a homosexual. Does that mean I'm in danger? Are they going to lynch me all of a sudden?
Well, yeah, I mean... In a case of that, if it's like a one-time meeting, I don't think you need to tell people all of your political views. However...
Because of fucking COVID is political.
Yeah, but it's also not political though. Like, there is an element of the virus that is actually real. And the fact is that you know, it's a real virus.
It is a real virus.
You can get it
Not a
and
virus
you can get
denier.
really sick. Yes. Let's just establish that. Because you wouldn't have got vaccinated if you didn't think it was a real virus, right? That's the thing. So for me...
I probably would have.
Well, you're a fucking idiot.
Because if my gripe wasn't against... My thing wasn't against, like, the virus, if I get it or not. My thing was the freedom. I didn't care if I fucking get the virus or not. My thing is, like, I just want to fucking do what I want to do. And that's why, to me, is, like, if you're choosing not to get vaccinated, is, like... My stance is still freedom, you know, and like yours is freedom of not having to do something to your body that you don't want to do, but also is the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want and fuck the government. But
I also think that freedom, well, in this particular context, means actually informed freedom. Like, for example, you know, if I sleep with you and I don't tell you that I have this active STI in my system, and it's like, I'm free to do what I want. Yeah, but it's not kind, right?
Yeah, that's, you have the virus in you versus you don't have fucking COVID. You don't have COVID.
Yeah, I know I don't.
There's a possibility that you could, but also there's a possibility that I fucking have a fucking STI, and every time I sleep with Tim, you know, like, do I have to disclose? There is a possibility.
Yeah, there's always... But
I haven't had a sexual check since last time we had sex, Tim.
But what I'm saying is, right now, this virus is active in the human collective. It's active in the population. It's active in our psyche. It's active in our our nervous systems are so... sensitive to this virus.
Do you know what's killing more people right now that's way more active?
What?
Fucking driving your car.
Is it?
Yeah. More people are still dying from car crashes in Australia and car incidents than COVID.
Yeah. Well,
at this current moment in Australia.
See, this is the funny thing, right? Because you know how I feel about COVID,
No,
but I'm going to argue
I
for
know.
everyone that you should be arguing for.
No, I don't give a fuck, you know.
No,
and
because-
this is the consent thing is. That's what I'm arguing is. If you're gonna come to this fucking this hypothetical dancing Eros party, you go, is anyone unvaccinated here? Because I need to know that, and if there is someone unvaccinated, I've got to bounce.
Totally.
That's your responsibility, not fucking your responsibility.
100%. And I would hope that everyone who's going to come to this hypothetical party would do that. If you're vaccinated and you're going out in public, I still think it's your responsibility to take your own measures for your own safety, based on your beliefs, based on your views. I hope that people aren't just being lazy and just being like, I'm vaxxed now, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's like, I'm vaxxed now, I can eat McDonald's every day, smoke 100 packs of cigarettes a week, and think that I'm going to be all right. That's fucking stupid, in my opinion.
I think that's the thing, like, you know, I will gracefully say from the top of my high horse that's like, like, I am just a bit of a like self-responsibility Nazi, you know? And
Yeah, well,
also,
this is where we all also have some, you know, clashes.
and also like continuing to stay up on my high horse. Maybe I've got a double-decker padding of my saddle now. Is that like also, if you're someone like, you know, in my defense of you more so, is like, if you're someone that's gonna fucking get in a huff around Alpha and tell her that she has to be vaccinated and blah 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 blah, suck my dick, you're not my friend anymore, you know. That's my stance, you know. Like, I am not here to fight with people, you know. Like, for instance, you've told me you've seen certain people say things that you're friends with on social media.
I've been called racist, ableist, privileged. I've been called a bunch of things.
You've messaged it to someone. Do you know what I do if I saw that?
Ignore it.
Whatever.
Yeah, totally.
I don't care. If you bring it to me and you're pissed off, I'll give you a piece of my... I will not give you a piece of mind, sounds a bit defensive, but I will have that conversation with you, but I will probably be quite strong. I'll listen, but just also, like, if you continue to hold that stance, cool. I see that we have differences. If we can't hold those differences and be okay with one another, no love lost.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not going to have DM fights with every person, but there are... Look, in the case of this one particular one, it was an ex-client of mine who I really fucking love. I adore this person. We've had really beautiful moments, especially when you work intimately with someone like that and you see their heart and you feel their fucking essence. It's like gorgeous. And then, you know, when I see people saying things that I feel are like... I mean, fuck, integrity is such a personal thing. So you can never speak on behalf of somebody else's integrity.
Never.
I would never do that. But... you know, when it... We've spoken about this before, right? Because we both have clients from, you know, such an array of life.
Full spectrum.
We have people who are super pro-vax, super anti-vax, and you hold space for everyone. And you're just like, cool, it's not my job to fucking tell you. But for me, like, when there are people that I love and care about, sometimes I'm more willing to engage in these kinds of discussions because I think, well, actually, maybe you haven't heard this perspective. And if I share it with you, you might actually be able to hold more contradiction and more
100%.
paradox in your field, which I think is what a lot of people don't have the fucking ability to do, which is why the world is the way it is. Because it's like, I think this is true and nothing else can be true. It's like, well, actually... that's not the case.
Well, that's my thing. Like, this is why I do the podcast, and it's why I share on social media. But am I going to personally reach out to one person and go, hey, let me help you widen your perspective?
Yeah, sure.
Nah, couldn't be bothered, because if I know it usually doesn't fucking work. It does sometimes, but am I going to waste my energy, or am I going to do this and I just know, for instance, with this podcast here, how many people we've changed their perspective and help also, like, liberate and give more permission to people that possibly have been teetering on certain thought waves of this but not had permission to talk to anyone else about it, but people that are going to just sit and go, no, I'm stuck in this, you know. And I've also had people reach out to me, go, you know, certain opinions, go, no, you know, like, you know, people have gone, you know, I do agree with shaming people into change. I'm like, cool. Like, I never do the thumbs up emoji because I think it's the rudest thing ever, and that's why I send that thumbs up emoji to you, you know? And I hear
Can
you.
we just have a moment to all agree that the thumbs up emoji is the most disrespectful?
It's the most disrespectful thing. That's like, you know, a slice of the pizza to why I deleted Facebook. Because if you send me a fucking thumb emoji in the messenger,
You're cancelled.
You're cancelled. It's over. And, you know, like you're saying, with this person being a client of yours and someone that you respect and love, is I've lost a fucking best friend, ex-partner, over just the differences in this policy because they were very strong in like pro-vax, pro-government, pro-rules, pro-this, and they didn't like the way I moved around and ended up having to just not be my friend anymore after years of like best friendship, friends, you know?
No, I know.
So that's just what it is.
It's heartbreaking, man, especially with that kind of thing. Like, fuck, I wish we could drop names, but we're not going to do that anymore. But, you know, to me, it's so devastating to kill a friendship or a relationship that had so much love in it because of what you fear might happen. Because everything that you're afraid of that person doing has not even fucking happened, and yet you're willing to kill the relationship and the friendship. That to me is fucking devastating.
True.
But coming back to vaccinations and COVID, you know, my stance is, and you know, I'm not saying that I'm right, but from where I stand, it's what's true for me.
From my world, I'm fucking right.
No, but that's the thing though, like, here, what I think about beliefs is that beliefs are never ultimate truth.
No.
We don't have access to ultimate truth. How the fuck can we? We're limited humans thinking through our own fucking biases and limited beliefs and our feelings and our
The only time we hit ultimate truth is like in DMT or in some epic ritual when you're like, nothing matters.
Even then, I don't think that's ultimate truth.
I feel like when you don't care about anything ever and nothing fucking matters and you realize that the answer to the world is there is no fucking answers to the world, I feel like that's the only moment of ultimate truth.
Maybe that's a sliver of it. I didn't even think that's ultimate truth. But,
that's
you know.
the most ultimate truth that we can access.
Yeah, well, you know, fair enough. Even
Other
that,
topic anyways.
Yeah, off topic. We could do another episode on plant medicines or drugs in general. So for me, I think that what I think is just what I think, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's what I know to be true right now. It might change in the future.
It will change.
Yeah, of course. It's, you know, I'm a fucking growing human being. But... And here's the thing, I'm also open to being changed. If I do some research, have a conversation, blah, 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 and all of a sudden I go, oh, fuck, actually, yeah, that makes sense to me. Yep, that feels right in my body. I'm going to have to shift some things. Then fuck yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not just going to go with it for whatever reason. So when it comes to ethics for me, I still... believe that people just have the right to have information.
Yes.
That's it. Just have the information. So, you know, if I'm gonna, because I'm dating, getting back on the dating high horse, lol. So for me, like, if I'm gonna potentially be intimate with someone, it's something that I want to get out of the way pretty early on because I know it's a charged conversation.
Yeah.
So if no one gave a fuck, I wouldn't give a fuck. But I know it's charged for people.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we're talking on a dating app and we're talking about potentially catching up. I'll just be like, hey, just so you know, I'm unvaccinated. Is that an issue for you?
That, to me, is what I put in the same category as me getting vaccinated. And how I'm correlating that is, like, I don't want to deal with any of the hard basket of, like, finding out later and then me putting in all this effort and then... you going, oh, I'm freaked out, you're not vaccinated.
That's why I do it straight up.
Yeah, I get it with that.
Yeah.
But in like the big thing, I put that in like everyone else's responsibility.
Well, yeah, like, and eventually, right, when there's a lot more freedom in terms of when unvaccinated people have more freedoms to go out, then I'm assuming I'm not going to have to disclose that as much because there's already an assumption if you're vaccinated that you'll be around unvaccinated people. That's already assumed. And in certain circles and certain groups of people, I would assume, like, the assumption is because of our shared reality, our shared agreement, that it's not going to be such an issue. Like, that's the whole reason we're moving up to the Northern Rivers is because I know people in Mullum and Byron and whatever give less fucks. In fact, they're more anti-vax than pro-vax. So in that respect, I'm going to have my people there.
Yeah,
I'm going to fucking, you're going to touch me.
Same here. I'm not vaccinated and I want to be with the anti-vax people. That's the way I'm living, and that's what I want to speak about is how before we can't judge, and we can't what's the word I'm looking for? Like control people's integrity and what that is for them. But to me, something that is very close that I want to draw like a parallel to, and something that is not I want to control, but definitely I want to observe is contradictions, which is very close to integrity, and I feel like maybe is a synonym. What's the other one?
An antonym
of integrity is contradiction. And I was talking about this with you earlier, and again you took the pro-vaxxers opinion.
Because this is the thing, but this is where I'm fairly neutral around this, because I can argue for the other
for sure
side.
And so can I if I really wanted to. But that certain people, like especially ones that are within our circle that are more pro-vax, especially in the music industry, that are like
lefties.
fighting people and trying to cancel people that are not getting vaccinated, or even to the point with the whole Guy Sebastian situation where he was like, actually, no, I don't want to tell anyone to get vaccinated. And then certain people that we don't have to name names that we know in the music industry were like trying to cancel him. And you know, this happens among many places, is these people are people that agree with you can't tell a woman what to do with her body around getting
pro-choice.
abortions and blah, blah, blah. And I just believe that anyone that holds that position also holds a position of you can't tell anyone to do...
What to do with their body.
With their body. You can't go, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that. You can't fucking tell someone what to do with their body.
Yeah.
But there's a little slippery contradiction area of, but you have to get vaccinated. You have to put this stuff in your body, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, my initial words are, you're a piece of shit, you know? Anyone that wants to tell someone what to put in their body, you're a piece of shit. If you also say that, if you want to try and cancel someone else for saying that, you know, for instance, with this Texas going on, like anti-abortion, if you are someone that is like pro-abortion, it's not exactly what you are, but you're pro-life, a woman choosing what she can do to her body, and then you go and say, but like, you definitely get an abortion if you want, but fucking get vaccinated or I'll cancel you. You're a piece of shit.
I mean, look, that's very strong language. Yes. I'm not going to say that, but...
I know.
And, you know, see, here's the thing, right? Because I can argue for that viewpoint, because I can understand that you would feel if a woman chooses to terminate her pregnancy, that's her body, right? No one else is put at risk unless you consider a fetus a life and a baby and a child. In that case, sure, I can understand that. But in the case of a vaccination, the belief is that if you are vaccinated, then you are positively benefiting other people. And if you are unvaccinated, then you are potentially harming everybody else. Potentially harming.
I would like, and obviously I know this. Yeah. And obviously I'm also, you know, hamming it up right now.
Of course, because it's a podcast episode.
It's entertainment, you know, we're going to have a bit of fun. But at the same time, you know, the same sort of argument I'm making in your case that you're fighting me on is that I also think someone that has COVID and goes out is a piece of shit, you know? Like, of course, like, but if someone that isn't vaccinated is healthy and goes out, such as yourself, great, you know, do you. But I just can't, I can't be with telling someone what to do and also being someone that says, don't tell women what to do with their body.
I fully get it. I fully hear you. You know, I totally hear you. It's okay. Here's another interesting parallel.
Yes.
Okay, let's go wonky now. I remember having this conversation with you about condoms.
Yes.
Telling a man that he has to wear a condom. It's telling him what to do with his body. If he doesn't want to wear condoms, he doesn't fucking have to wear condoms.
Yeah.
But that means if she doesn't want to have his penis in, you know, fuck the genders.
course.
Sorry, I'm just assuming that everybody is cis. But yeah.
Everyone is cis, everyone is
Okay,
straight.
what a person does with their penis is
Yeah.
totally up to them. I don't think that it's okay to shame a person for not wanting to wear a condom.
100%.
However,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, but at the same time, that means if I don't feel comfortable having unprotected sex with you, then I get to say no.
Of course.
That's it. It doesn't have to be like,
Of course.
it doesn't have to go into shaming and blaming and blah blah. It can literally just be like, oh, you don't like wearing condoms? Okay, that's cool. Maybe I'll just give you a hand job.
Well, that's
Simple.
That's like, what the overarching thing I see here, and I believe, is like people that have these certain contradictory views around, shaming someone around wearing a condom or not getting vaccinated or whatever, I'm drawing a parallel to like, you believe that humans are stupid.
What?
It's because of, it's like, isn't it fucking common sense that we should just have this ability to go, I don't want to wear a condom. Okay. I don't want to have sex with you. Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not common sense, And like, that's the thing, is because people, and the reason is because of charge.
Yeah, but if we start holding this like ability to go, common sense is the ruling nature rather than shame, is
Yeah,
that's...
but there's the thing. There's no such thing as common sense, because common sense means that it's common, that everybody thinks the same way, like everybody feels and thinks and perceives things the same way. But that's actually not true. Everybody thinks and perceives things differently because everybody is individual.
Yes.
So that's why common sense doesn't exist.
Okay,
firstly.
maybe that's not the best wording there.
Well, but to me, it comes down to communication skills.
Yes.
And this is the reason why our society currently is in so much trouble, because communication is being attacked. Like, we are firstly not taught how to communicate.
Yep.
That's the first problem.
Yep.
Secondly, when we do try and communicate in our society, sometimes we're faced with really fucking terrible consequences. When you communicate, when you tell the truth, you get punished.
Yeah.
That's our society.
Yep.
Like, it's not a society where communication is embraced and appreciated, and where we're actually able to hold space for one another to communicate. And so we have so much fear and terror and trauma around communicating. This is why, I'm so fucking passionate about communication, about words.
Yes.
Where, like, to me, every single word is neutral, but has been charged over the eons with like our fucking violence and our perception and all this stuff. To me, part of learning how to communicate means to neutralize words again. And in order to neutralize words, you need to know what they mean, and you need to actually be able to sit with them and actually feel through them.
it. Yeah, rather than instantly jump into sensitivity.
Yeah.
Well, look, so I've discovered why you started off with a yeehaw.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I'm up on my high horse and I'm a fucking spiritual cowboy.
Woohoo! Spiritual cowboy!
Is that I feel comfortable being a bit preachy, a bit up on my high horse about saying common sense here, because anyone that's listening, and at least the majority, so the common sense of this
Of our
conversation,
crew. Yeah.
of this podcast, of our audience, is these things. But, so this is like, people know this. Anyone that's listening, I don't think we're saying anything new. Maybe we're giving a bit more permission around the thing, and that's why I'm like drilling it in a manner of like, this might be common sense for you, but what I'm inviting the listeners to do, without having to personally invite, but that's what I'm doing now, is like, actually act this way, actually be this way, actually go, like, hold this level of integrity, communication, boundaries, desires, like, confront is around, consent around sex, consent around your body, consent around vaccinations, around this, blah, 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 is that's why I feel comfortable, doing it. And, that's, drawing around this, like, us constantly cancelling ourselves, blah, 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 that's a big thing that I see. We watch Dave Chappelle.
Oh, God.
And he has all his views, and I believe, as much as it can be triggering to certain people, and just in the end, they're fucking jokes, right? But he is also trying to drive a point across. Is I just love his attitude of like, he knows he's the fucking GOAT. He knows he's the fucking best comedian. He knows that he has a strong enough audience. He knows. And like, I saw Dane share a meme today of like how you face cancel culture. Someone going, "You're cancelled," and just going, "No, I'm not." And the person going, "Damn." Yeah. And that's Dave Chappelle. His only response so far has been, because it's been wildfire, is, "Oh, if this is what cancel culture is about, I love it." You can't fucking cancel Dave Chappelle. You can't cancel South Park. You can't cancel certain entities like Boondocks. Whoever it is people that are just unwavered in their opinion and that grab to the audience of just being funny about it. And that's part of what we're doing right now is, yes, we have views, and do I believe absolutely everything I say as like set in stone? No, I'm fucking also being entertaining and playing around and hamming it up, and I'm just confident that I can fucking come for me, cancel me, whatever, because no one listening's really gonna fucking cancel me.
There's fucking so much that I want to like take this into, but what's coming out top of my list is, do you know Africa Brooke?
No.
Africa Brooke is this podcaster, writer, pretty big on Instagram. She's a black woman who is really outspoken about how cancel culture affects our ability to express ourselves. And she's like anti-cancel culture, and she's like really fucking outspoken. She's got some really cool shit to say. Anyway, she for a long time was very anti Jordan Peterson. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Until she went on, so Jordan's daughter, what's her name, Michaela or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's Michaela.
Michaela has a podcast.
Yes.
And so she went on Michaela's podcast with Jordan Peterson.
Ah, nice.
And they had this epic conversation.
Good.
And she was like, holy shit, like I made a big mistake when I decided that I would not engage with Jordan Peterson, because after having this conversation with him as a person, I realized that there's actually so much that I could learn, and they had this really beautiful dialogue. And so it's really interesting, right? Because when we cancel people or automatically assume that because of one thing or two things or a few things that they've said, we like assume or put them in the bad category, and then we disconnect from them, and we take away their humanity, and we demonize them. And actually, like, I don't know a single person who's only bad, and I don't know a single person who's only good. I think there is no one on this whole fucking planet that is only good or only bad, and you only like them because you think like them, you agree with them. And if all of a sudden they say something you don't agree with, then all of a sudden they're bad, they're problematic, and like, it's so funny, right? Because I have so many, because people think I'm woke, right? And it's the same with you, because I think like them in some areas. So because I'm a feminist, or because I have feminist views, because I believe this, people are like, yes, we love you, you're so great, oh my god, you're my favorite influencer, I just came across your page, wow, I love everything that you share. And I'm just like, you wait a few months, you're gonna hate me.
100%.
You're gonna hate me.
I get those messages when people are new to the page.
Oh my god, I love you so much.
Your message is incredible. Wow. I can't believe, I've never met you, I can't believe you're not bigger. A few months later, I can't believe you said that. Just like, I was like, all I want to do is just screenshot the message and be like, remember when you were this person?
Yep, 100%. The amount of times that has happened. and that's why my follower count goes up and down all the time. Up and down. Because you love me until I say some shit that you don't agree with. And then you don't love me anymore because you think that I should only be this version of me that you like. Fuck you and what you like. And the thing about, man, because we've been doing this podcast, this is episode 19, and in pretty much every episode I've cancelled myself and you've cancelled yourself. It's been so liberating to see that all of my fears about saying the wrong thing and what will happen, just fucking doing it, and then going, oh, look, I'm still alive. Oh, look, I still have friends. Look, I'm still making money. Oh, look, like nothing fucking bad happened at all.
I was talking to one of our friends who we've mentioned on here, who was someone that has a certain influence in the world bigger than ours and got cancelled. And
okay, hold on, wait. We're really throwing around this word cancelled.
Yeah, well, let me just preface to it is that, and then I talked about the situation that I recently went through because of they are off social media, they're off everything, right?
Yeah.
The only person that cancelled them was themselves.
Yes.
You know, like I was talking to them on the phone. And I'm like telling them about the situation, and they're like battling it, like you're cancelled. I'm like, listen, I'm not cancelled, and this life that you're living, the only person that's cancelled you is yourself.
100%.
Like,
yeah,
no one cares about what happened.
Yeah,
then,
you're not
you know?
important enough. Oh!
No one cares about you, nondescript gendered bro.
No, but it's true. Look, some people have experienced a really brutal form of cancellation, which is different. And that means basically, you know, a cancel campaign is where you get your dogs to like sick 'em wrecks, basically. It's like you get your whole community to gang up against them, to threaten their livelihood. You send emails to their workplace. You tell everyone this person is a bad person, not to be trusted. You defame them. And you basically make their life hell so that they can no longer exist in the world as a fucking human being. That's what real cancelling is. And it does happen to some people. Happen. But what happens is then that becomes this threat, like, fuck, that might happen to me. That might, and so you get called out once and you think you've been cancelled. You haven't been cancelled. Someone might call you problematic.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing that's going to happen. You might lose some followers. You know, people might talk shit about you for a bit. But you know what? There's 7 fucking billion people in the world. So fuck them.
So I want to give a very nerdy analogy that is... all I really want to talk about is hip hop. That's all I do in my time. All I do is listen to hip hop music and hip hop podcasts and watch hip hop news and blah 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 blah. But I don't bring it on here because
no one get to be gay.
No one gives a fuck. People want me to be gay, spiritual, taboo, blah blah blah.
You just want to be gangster.
I just want to be gangster as fuck, right? But some people will understand this because at least it's pop hip hop in a certain element. So. Back whenever it was, 2005, I think, is... Before that, 2002, 2003, Ja Rule was the biggest artist ever, God. Right? The biggest artist, pop, hip-hop. He was the first person to, like, go R&B, hip-hop, rapper, blah.
Yeah.
He had the biggest singles in the world. And then 50 Cent came out, and they had beef forever. Before that, Ja Rule stabbed him.
That's right.
Got him shot, blah, 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 back and forth. And they got into a beef and certain things happened. Then Ja Rule dissed Eminem's daughter and now it's like a big no-no. Long story short, Ja Rule gets cancelled. Like, everyone's just like, no, you're whack now, you've been destroyed. This happens in beef, you know? Like, if you get beef to a certain level, you're done for. No one cares for you. And then also he got, like, all his assets frozen from FBI around all this stuff. And then he couldn't put his singles out. His label got rid of him. All this shit fucking happened, right? He was indicted, went to jail, blah, blah, blah. And then he come back out and he kept pushing, like, even though he's cancelled. And, you know, he still gets these big festivals here and there because he's still got these fucking smash hits. But overall, the general consensus is no one likes Ja Rule anymore, right? And then Fire Festival happens. He fucking... look, he's coming back. Flop.
Fire Festival.
Done. He's cancelled again, right?
God.
Then, just fucking... a couple weeks ago, versus platforms happening. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone that just does not give a fuck.
I'm interested.
Everyone's pussies are drying up because I'm fucking talking about
We might
hip-hop.
have a couple of hip hop fans on this podcast.
Yeah. But anyways, the analogy is what I'm going for. It doesn't matter about the actual hip hop terminology, but there's this platform called Versus, and it's a big platform nowadays that massive artists verse each other with their hits. They play this, and they hit it with another song,
100%.
and you watch it.
I watched the Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire did it. But Ja Rule is a beast. Like, you don't want to go up against him, but there's that. But then also people are like, no one wants to go up against Ja Rule because
50 Cent.
Because 50 Cent, and just because he's whack, no one likes him anymore. It's not going to bring attention. But Fat Joe did it, and Ja Rule wiped him, like just dragged him, like because he's originally a battle cat, like he come from battling, and then everyone's like, no way, no one, like it doesn't matter how big your hits are, Ja Rule. You can't win the crowd over. And he did, and now he's fucking massive again. And everyone that was like, fuck Ja Rule, has suddenly forgot that they cancelled him.
Back. All right.
And that's the thing, like, people forget so easily. A lot of people that get cancelled, it's only for like 3 days, a week, whatever. Ja Rule, you know, it was a bit longer because other things tied in with that.
Yeah.
But all I'm trying to say is, the person that really cancels you is yourself.
Is yourself, 100%. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. That's why, like, man, you know, I think so much of the work, you know, and being in integrity it's not about saying the right thing. It's not like, fuck, I see it so much as performative wokeness, this performative allyship, this performative fucking, I'm so politically sensitive and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you're not. You're not. You don't care. What you care about is being seen as that.
Yeah.
And what you care about is saying the right thing, sharing the right post, sharing the right meme, talking about the right topic so that your friends and your community think you're this. Because if you really fucking said what you think, you're afraid that they won't like you anymore.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, that's the thing. One of my favorite quotes in the world is Tyler, the Creator, is, I'm gonna misquote it, but it's like, I can't believe you motherfuckers believe in internet bullying. Yeah. Close your eyes. Walk away from the computer. And that's where cancelling happens. Like, you don't really, you know, you're not gonna walk down the street and someone's gonna fucking attack you, you know, unless you're the most massive celebrity, and still even then, that's not gonna happen. Is that, like, just log off. Don't read the comments, whatever, 100%. You know, like...
Disable the comments.
Anything that we're talking about, the biggest podcaster in the world has said everything we're doing. Joe Rogan and his comments are on fire. People, and like every blog, mainstream media, they hate him, you know, and they fucking... Oh my God, Joe Rogan said blah, you know, and like, he's a COVID denier, he's a this, he's a that, and he's not. He talks about certain things like that and discusses it, but, you know, like, for it would be so lame if we were both going to sit there and here now and go, oh my God, we're going to be cancelled because of, I said, suck my dick if you this, you know?
Well,
like,
it's about moving through your own limitations, your own perceptions, right? It's always you. It's like, what are you afraid of if you get cancelled? Oh, you're afraid that you won't have anyone to protect you like you. It's all you. It's all fucking you. And yeah, for me, like, I just feel like, I don't know, I really believe that we can become people who can be deeply loving and also hold space for each other to just fucking say what we think. I think it's possible. It's so possible. Like, yeah, okay, let's go back to old mate Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I was just about to say something about him too.
Yeah, well, because I know a lot of people would be very disappointed in me knowing that I watched it.
That's what I was going to say.
Too,
that's
right?
what I was going to say is, like, everyone could probably have agreed with everything we said, and then I'm like, and I agree with Dave Chappelle. They're like, no! I can't believe you! You're queer! You identify as gender neutral, gender fluid. That means you're trans. That means you support... No! It's like,
oh,
bro,
God.
I laughed my ass off from start to finish
You
about
did.
Dave Chappelle.
I had so many cringy moments. I was like, oh, no. But, you know, like, if you watch that, look, I'm not saying watch it. I'm not saying don't watch it. Make your own fucking decisions.
Watch it. I mean, I'm neutral. Don't watch it if you don't want to.
I watched it. I laughed.
Yeah.
At certain points because he's fucking funny, you know, and certain moments I cringed, and certain moments it was just I really disagree with you making that connection.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know,
Me too.
lot of like connections that he made, it was like, no, that's elite. No, that doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah.
No, you're fucking reaching right now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that for
me too.
And I can also see how, because he is so influential and powerful, that a really violent homophobic person could take his words and say, well, Dave Chappelle says it's okay.
Well, same with Jordan Peterson, you know,
or whoever.
Yeah.
So I get it that he can be problematic.
100%.
Also, if you're fucking intelligent enough and if your heart is open enough, you can hear him and you can hear his humanity.
Yes.
And you can actually feel that he doesn't hate people.
No.
But he has biases. He has probably some homophobic, things. He has a bunch of things going on. He's a human.
He has a flawed human stuff just like us.
And he's willing to talk about it and frame it in art, and
not shy away.
Totally. And he's willing to to sit in the aftermath of whatever it is that he said. And also, like you said before, not fucking read the comments. Like
he doesn't read the comments.
No, he doesn't, because he doesn't have to.
He goes, I got cancelled. He said, I got cancelled on Twitter. Well, luckily Twitter isn't a real place or whatever it is.
It's not a real place. Yeah. No, totally. The other week, I put up a post that was quite controversial. It's now taken down. Because I archive all my shit, but it's all up on Patreon. So if anyone read a post of mine and can't find it anymore, fucking support me on Patreon, pay for my content. Okay, so no, I put up a post, and look, yes, the beginning first paragraph, I knew would be triggering for people. But because of that beginning first paragraph, people didn't actually read properly and digest the information that I said, and they made a bunch of assumptions about me, including some really close friends of mine, right? Yes. So in my post, nowhere did I say don't get vaccinated. No. Not a single fucking line did I even say the word vaccination, all right?
No.
But what did people come back at with me with was, you should be telling people to get vaccinated. You shouldn't be discouraging them from getting vaccinated. And I'm like, where the fuck did I do that? You didn't even read my shit. And it's like people get so fucking dumb when their triggers come up and they can't even understand English anymore. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I had some DMs from people like, quickly, we need to brainwash Alpha. Like, tell her, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I did? I didn't even read them.
Yeah, no.
And it was so fucking liberating to just let that shit go down to the bottom of the pile and go, I don't owe you my fucking time on my platform. I can talk about what I want. If you don't like it, guess what you get to do? Go on and talk about your shit on your own platform.
Post it on your own platform.
It's like, how the fuck did I get to having 12,000 followers on Instagram? By using my platform, speaking my mind. If you have a private account with like a few hundred people and you don't post anything, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Shut the fuck up time.
You know what I mean? Like, I love that quote by Brene Brown. It's like, you don't take advice from people who aren't in the arena.
Yes.
If you're sitting on the sidelines consuming my content and the one thing I say you don't like, you finally have something to say, shut the fuck up.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And like, I want to like premise with like these kinds of opinions of ours, is like, for instance, after watching the Dave Chappelle thing, the very first thing I did was, cool, let me go read the articles that are against what Dave Chappelle did. And I read this really, I want to say beautiful, but that would be a lie. This thought out, different perspective from a black trans woman who is also a comedian that was published on The Guardian, which then I also shared with you and I shared with Tim. Anyone I talked about is like, hey, like, let's have a discussion about Dave Chappelle's thing. Also, like, read this article. And I went through and read a few articles. Nice. And that was like, to me, it was like, cool, let's get the balance, and like anything that like, I love to get swept up in the experience of, I watched the thing once before I watched it with you, so I was able to laugh more when it was with you, because beforehand I felt through the things and the charge, and then I read the other article, and then I found my own opinion and blah, blah, blah. And then when it came to you, I just purely received it as like, this guy is funny, But yeah, part of it for me is always look at the opposing opinion, like I always love to look at what are the other people saying and be able to go, oh, yep, I hear that.
Yeah.
Yep. all right, cool. Like, I didn't think about that when I was receiving the other side. Now I feel more balanced. Am I still going to lean on a certain side? Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm never completely in the middle, but can I argue both sides? For sure. You know, I think that is really, really important.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that. I feel like I'm not going to, because, you know, one of the arguments is like, why are you supporting someone who is harmful? For me, it's like, well, tell me what the actual harm is. Has he actually hurt somebody? Like, did he punch a trans person?
Well,
Did he, like...
That's the analogy he gives, is like with the baby, who we've discussed, is like, this brother killed another brother in Walmart. Do you know how many of you said anything? No one.
Yeah, I know.
His brother pokes fun at AIDS, which he doesn't agree. He even Dave Chappelle says, I say some wild things, but the baby took it to another level. But he also points out that, like, you were more affected by that, and it actually didn't physically hurt anyone, where he actually took someone's fucking life and no one cared.
Well, because this is the thing, right? Because the argument is, again, I can argue for the other side because it's important, right? Because to understand homophobia and transphobia, like, the argument is that if Dave Chappelle furthers this transphobic narrative, that directly leads to trans people being murdered and being killed, right? That's why if there's someone who has a platform who's misogynistic, that actually contributes to women being killed and being murdered. So I can see that, but this is going to be controversial because here's what we're here for.
Drum roll.
I think that a person murders another person because they decided to murder another person.
Oh, yeah.
Not because of what a comedian said or what a fucking rap song said. I listened to Eminem and then I listened to Marilyn Manson or whatever. It's like, no. You did it because you are a violent person and you decided to kill that person. And I don't think...
Even behind that, you're a violent person. You're a hurt person. You're a damaged person.
Whatever your reason was is your reason. But the fact is you did it.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Eminem didn't do it. Dave Chappelle didn't do it.
Like,
Marilyn Manson didn't do it.
It's like you have to be held accountable to the actual harm that you cause, not to the potential harm that you can cause. Because I think that is so nebulous. When it gets to that point where it's like with COVID, it's like, we're going to lock you up and put you in jail because you might give COVID to somebody else. It's like, really? But that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Stay in your home. Don't go out anywhere because you might pass it on to somebody else. It's potential harm. It's like, so that's like one thing. And the other thing is on the other side of that, even if you have harmed someone, it shouldn't be default punishment. It should be accountability, which is different to punishment. So I'm really passionate about this, and I'm passionate about, like, abolishing the fucking, like, you know, when you're in the left and you talk about all cops are bad, because that is a big slogan of the left, like, abolish the police, abolish the justice systems, abolish fucking shitty government. So why now is the left all like, oh, government, look after me, keep me safe,
oh my God, call the cops, there's someone
not wearing a mask. It's like, that makes me want to vomit.
That's Dave Chappelle's thing. He's like, I don't hate trans people, I don't hate blah, blah, blah. I hate white people. Is like, and then that's what he's saying about gay people. Is like, you want to be a minority until it's time for you to be white, you know? And white is, you know, I'm white, and it's like, there's these different levels of white and supremacy and blah, 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 blah. But, like, I'm not going to fucking call the cops on someone 100%. For doing this. And that's why, you know, certain people of different minorities and certain thought waves respect me and being on that level. And, you know, someone, I imagine, I can't talk for him, but I imagine someone like Dave Chappelle, yes, you know, my skin color is of the pigmentation of, I'm not white, but of that people. But, like, you'd be like, respect, you know? Like, you have the integrity of someone that is of a minority that is blah, and that is the important thing, and that's the people that like the cancel culture are white police.
100%. You're just
police.
Cops. You're just internet cops.
You're
You're just
cops.
fucking internet cops. It's just gross. It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this. Have we talked about this on this podcast? I think I remember having a conversation with you because I was dating this guy for a while and...
I just need to just point to something, that we're doing entertainment, but I love our system on here is you can't shame someone else into change.
And then we're like,
you're a bunch of internet
you're
police.
gross.
Suck my dick. You're a piece of shit.
Woo, I live for the contradiction. I live for it.
And me preaching like there's integrity, and then you can call someone on contradiction.
Well, I guess that's the thing, to own our reactions of like, oh, it's gross, suck my dick. It's our reactions. It's a reaction based on our own judgment, and actually, like, we do that shit too.
Of course.
Having that level of self-awareness, and this is a platform. This is our fucking platform. We get to say that, but I'm not gonna go to your fucking Facebook page or your podcast or your thing and then go, you're disgusting, you're vile. Say it on your own page. If you want to call me out on your own platform. Tag me if you have to.
100%. And even we're not allowed to do that anymore. We're not allowed to use names.
No, we're not doing that because we got in trouble. Because we learned, right?
So now we just said subliminals.
Yeah. And then we just like inbox it to the people that's about.
Hey, you should check out this podcast.
No, I want to talk about this thing because I think
intuitively felt you need to listen to this today.
I got to download. Well, I want to talk about this thing real quick. A trigger warning, as always. So I was dating this guy. We had a conversation. He was a black man from Atlanta. And
is he still a black man from Atlanta?
Yes, he's still a black man. Yes, I'm not seeing him anymore. This is a while ago, right? And we were talking about, what it's like for black men in America, dating, blah, blah, blah. We're having this conversation. And then we started talking about, he was basically telling me how terrifying it is for him to think about what might happen if a woman were to accuse him of sexual abuse or sexual violence, of rape. Like, what would happen, right?
Trigger for me.
Yeah. So we entered into that conversation, and I said to him, for me, if I were to experience a rape again, I would not call the police. I would not go through that system. And he couldn't understand it. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, I would not do it because for me, I know what happens when you do that. Either what happens is you'll go through the fucking, they'll drag your character through the mud, and then you lose the case anyway. And so you've been through this fucking traumatic experience once, you go through the traumatic experience again, every time you have to recount what happened, and then you have lawyers totally dragging you through the mud, and then you end up losing anyway, because oftentimes the courts are in favor of protecting a man and his reputation and not believing a woman. So that's already one potential that I don't want to experience. The second is, if he gets convicted, he gets punished and put in jail. And to me, that is not reconciliation. That is not justice. That's not justice for me. Another person's life being ruined because they ruined to me, that's not my form of justice. It's not what I personally want for that person. For me, because most of the time, rape is not, I'm walking down the dark street and a total stranger comes and rapes me. Most of the time, rape is someone I know raped me. Someone I know was drunk and we had this thing and I was sexually violated. That's usually what rape is. And in that situation, no way am I going to fucking trust the police and the courts to take care of it. No way. For me, I would want community justice, which is love, accountability, education, reconciliation, mediation. Like, that's what I would want.
So I recently listened to a podcast about this man called Grant Williams. Possibly you know about him, some people. But black man from, I want to say somewhere in New York or in that Tri-Nation, is that when he was younger, like 18, got falsely accused for murder of someone. And, they tried to pin it on him because he was connected to certain people. Have I talked about this on the podcast? I can't remember. But he was associated with one of the members of Wu-Tang, and here I am on my fucking hip-hop bullshit again. But they were surrounded by certain people, and there was racketeering going on there, blah, blah, blah. And there was a murder that happened of another black man, and Grant Williams got the hammer put on him, partly what is alleged to be to help close down this crew that had alleged rumors around like racketeering, and he got 25 to life. But part of it was he's in court. The people around knew that he wasn't guilty, but a part of that is no one fucking goes and talks to the police system. So all of the people on the jury were white, and no one from the hood wanted to go, I seen him at this other place, you know.
Because you don't want to talk to
You
the
don't want to
cops.
be in the system. Yeah. And to the point where when it came to the day, because he didn't really know this person, knew of the person that got killed. And then he's there in the court trial, and then the family comes. But he doesn't know it's the family. And in comes one of his really close friends, who is the sister of the man that got killed. And he's like, oh, fuck. You know? And he goes, I understood in that moment that I was compassionate, even though I know I'm not fucking guilty, that they just wanted to put the blame on someone, you know? And even when she knew it wasn't me, someone had to pay for this. And this is fucking a problem in the world. Someone has to pay, you know? And he went to jail for 25 years, and then in the 24th year, they're like, oh, he's not guilty. Oh, we've realized that it wasn't him. And a lot of that is based on he's a black man, you know?
100%.
And they wanted to pin someone for something. Someone, even though he didn't do it, we just want, as the system, as the policing system, as the law, we just want to get that right. That we want someone to pay for this, and to threaten everybody else that we'll put the hammer down on you if you're guilty or not. And he said there were certain conversations where he sat down with the legal team of the opposite side and of the jury, and they said, we know you didn't do it. But we just got to put this on someone.
Yeah.
And it's you.
Because it gives the illusion of safety
Gives
for
it
everyone
to the
else.
community, for the government.
It's like, look, we found the person. You don't have to worry anymore.
You don't have to worry. We're on top of things. Blah, blah, blah. And that's fucking what happens in the world.
And it builds extreme distrust between like the court systems, the judicial system, the justice system, and human beings. That's why, like, I know, like, fuck, you know me, like, I'm one of the best people ever, as in, like, I don't
stop.
I don't do, like, illegal shit, you know, like, I'm pretty fucking...
During this COVID stuff, I've got you out and about.
Yeah, well, recently, but usually in my, like, I don't have a criminal record, like, nothing like that, but whenever I see a cop car, my heart races.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter what I've done. I'm like, do I have drugs in my thing?
Do I have drugs?
Have I killed anyone?
Yeah, fuck. Did I run over someone recently? I can't remember.
Right, and you've got all this panic in your system now, and you're just driving your car down the street like, fuck, one of my, you know, tail lights might be out. Fuck, some shit.
Yeah.
Because the system is fucked like that. It's so bad. And, like, I don't want to be that. Slight tangent, kind of almost contradicting everything I just said, but hey, we're here for it.
Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale. Okay, because you know I got obsessed with that.
Yeah,
I watched all 4 seasons in a few weeks, right? And the last season, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, so basically you watch this series about this society that has been built. There's like this cult, basically. It's like a religious cult that's created a society. And the whole fucking show, you're watching women being oppressed, violated, raped, fucking tortured the whole time, right? Yes. And then the main character, she, over the course of the series, becomes more and more badass.
Yes.
And she, like, initially she starts out being a real fucking annoying like just annoying character because she's just like doesn't have any guts, you know. She doesn't have any fucking fire until more things happen, and she gets more and more bold and more rebellious and more courageous. To be honest with you, it's been giving me life in this COVID. I'm just like, fuck the government, fuck the system, I do what I want. And in the last season, she finally gets the opportunity, and a lot of the survivors get the opportunity to have their revenge. And it's like so fucking... it's because you don't see that often in movies. Like, you don't get to see the archetype of the dark feminine, like the murderous, like when you fully succumbed to your murderous nature, where you like, I will fucking kill you, I will fucking destroy you. You don't get to see that very often in movies. So it was so fucking liberating. And I watched that episode around the same time that I did that session with you, where I got the knife, you gave me the knife, and I was stabbing the pillow. I'm like, I fucking hate you, I'll fucking kill you, you fucking piece of shit. I was losing my shit, where I was dealing with some men stuff, right? And I watched that episode, and like, you know, we're always expected to take the high road, right? We're always expected to, because the assumption is that justice is not going to be served. Like, and I'm not saying that that is justice, because to me, that's actually not justice. I don't think an eye for an eye is justice. No. However, I will say that it was fucking delicious to watch a group of women fully invite the part of them that wants to kill, that wants to rage, that wants to protect, that wants to... There was this one scene, fuck it, spoiler alert, there's this one scene where this young girl, so she's been like raped her whole life basically, and she finally gets like they capture one of her rapists, and the main character basically like tells her like, just fucking kill him. Just go for it. Like this is your moment. This is your moment. And she just fucking lets loose and she does it. And it's like, that to me is the dark mother. It's not just I'm just going to nurture you and protect you and tell you that the world is a safe place. The world is not a safe place. No. It's not. And when you know that you have that kind of power in you, you will feel a lot more safe. Because you know that it's like, oh, someone wants to come at me, I'll fucking kill you. If I die in the process, I fucking die. My integrity is more important than my immediate life. And that to me is what drives my decisions. It's not like, oh, I might get put in jail. Oh, they're going to lock me in my house forever. Fuck you. Kill me if you have to. This is my integrity.
Well, you know, there's 2 points there that I want to address. Is like, one, you know, I'm sure you don't call for us all to go murder the government now because if they've oppressed us in this certain way.
Like I said, I don't think it's justice.
No, but art as a catharsis and as a permission, as a like, oh, like there's a certain part of you that probably feels like, I do want to go on this fucking murdering spree. And when 100%. You see it and you feel it and you've been intertwined into the story, and yes, I'll champion it there through art and expression. And that's why it's like, you know, we've talked about, you can't fucking cancel Dave Chappelle. You can't cancel this person, that person, blah, 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 when they're creating art that, you know, Marilyn Manson with his art, or that people say, oh, he fucking killed, you know, he got the person to do the school shooting, rah, rah, rah. No, made music to feel it through your body, to let go of the darkness that's within you. So that's one part. And two is, you know, what you lightly threw in there that some people, what is like, that I gave you a knife because we were in an embodiment session and you're in it all, and I quickly, you keep doing, you know, run out, grabbed a knife, grabbed a pillow, I'm like, take all this fucking energy out and kill whoever it is, you know, through this pillow, you know. And this is the thing, you know, that I've been teaching some of my shapeshifters clients of like, what we do in here, don't tell other people because they're not going to understand. You know?
We'll tell them on the podcast and then they'll just be like, what?
Don't tell other people what we're doing, because of ritual and high level art and going into these somatic experiences where we do embody the murderer, the rapist, the racist, the homophobic, the whatever it is that you need to go to, you know, like, that's not for the outside world for you to go, in this session, blah, 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 I did this and I was quite fucking homophobic and said all these things and
they
blah, blah,
won't
blah.
get it.
It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah. Look, I make that mistake all the time. I'm too fucking blasé with my process.
Yeah.
I share my shit and people don't get it.
Don't share. There's some things that I've done in certain rituals that if someone on the outside saw that, I'd be straight to jail, you know? Because they don't understand. There's context, there's story, just like the Handmaid's Tale. It's a piece of art that, yes, where like, it's like, you don't understand this sort of is like acting, but it's not real. It's like an embodied real experience that has a container where we know when to stop, where the limits are, where the boundaries are, how far we can go, and when it stops, you know?
That's why ritual is so important. And that's why our society is also, I think, quite sick.
Yeah.
Because
we don't have ritual.
We don't have those safe places to go, like no rites of passage, right? Usually in a lot of Indigenous cultures, say for a woman, when you enter into womanhood, when you get your period for the first time, there's a ritual there. There's a blood ritual. There's things you do. Like in Indonesia, I remember when, I would spend time there with my cousins, they would tell me things about, your period that I didn't get access to that knowledge here, whether you're going to call it superstition or not, but I'm sure there are reasons for that. For example, like they would say in Indonesia, when you first get your period, you're supposed to take your blood and put it on your face, and it's supposed to keep you beautiful and keep you radiant. So maybe that's the reason that they give, but I think part of that is because if you can touch your own blood, you can actually be in communion with your body. That's your blood. There's no shame there. You're releasing any shame or a dirtiness or blah 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 around your own body, right? So there's a lot of things there that we don't have anymore. We don't have these like real rituals where you get to explore the different archetypes of being a human being. And if you grow up in Indigenous cultures and you're initiated into, your warrior, you got to go hunt. You got to go kill the animal. You got to go climb the mountain. You got to go do this thing. And we don't have that anymore. It's like, no, you learn about sex through watching porn that you're hiding from your parents.
Yes.
It's like, holy shit, look at that. What does that do to your psyche?
Oh, seamless transition.
Yeah.
We should wrap up soon, but seamless transition.
But this has been a highly entertaining
episode. It's been great. But yeah, talking about ritual is, last episode we talked about Will and Jada having open relationships and how that is so fucking epic for mainstream society to know that there's alternatives to monogamy that is in integrity and that people can do. Is that recent Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox getting the cover of GQ magazine and talking about them doing blood rituals, them like having tantric sex temple nights and working with shamans and all these different things. Is I was like, yes, they're like, this is becoming mainstream. And the thing is, a lot of these people do it already, but they just don't talk about it. They're all tapped into this shit. And what I also love and learning from is, like, especially with them talking about it, is they are pop figures and they don't need to put it into their art. Like Machine Gun Kelly is making pop punk music that's got nothing to do with shamans. It's got nothing to do with sex rituals. But in his own personal time with his fucking powerhouse sexy ass motherfucking girlfriend that I know you feel different about, is that they're doing these things that we do, and maybe that's why he's a fucking massive pop star now all of a sudden, and that is so epic to me that they're talking about this on a mainstream platform that they don't always talk about, but here it is, seeding this to people, however many people get that, but bringing that back, because that's what we're saying. Fucking society is sick and society is not getting what they want in the world and is living on a lower frequency because they're not tapped into this essence of rite of passage, of fucking tantra, of ritual, of ceremony, of blah. And yeah, that's just so exciting for me to see, just like Will and Jada talking about these things. And like even last night I was fucking just seeing, I know there's a lack of a lot of stuff in mainstream society, but at the same time it's there, like even just last night we're watching season 6 of RuPaul Drag Race and seeing 2 fucking celebrities that are like a gay power couple.
Yeah.
I don't Neil Patrick. What's
Neil
his
Patrick Harris. That's his
Harris? Yeah, and what's his partner's
Oh,
name?
no.
They're obviously not too mainstream,
Yeah.
but they're
No, his
fucking.
boyfriend's name.
Other people like them more than us, but you know, and other people don't know who the fuck Machine Gun Kelly is, but
Yeah.
they're still like A-list celebrities that, you know. There is queer couples out there. There is fucking trans people out there. There is ritual. There is open relationship in the mainstream society. Yes, can there be more? Of course. But I also want to like preface that it's there. It's there. Don't think that we're not that special down here.
Yeah, down under in our crazy, you know, sex rituals. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I think for me, it's so narrow-minded. This is the one thing that, because, you know, I've been dating this year, talking to a lot of people who, I mean, look, let's be real. You and I live in, I guess, alternative communities,
Yes.
right? Most people that you would encounter on dating apps don't really think or live the way we live. So I'm always shocking people with my lifestyle, you know, and having to kind of not argue, but almost like really take a stand for, hey, the way that I live is possible for you if you want it. And anytime someone complains about their life, and I'm just like, well, why choose it?
Yes.
Why do you choose that then?
People don't know that though. People
Yeah,
don't know
that's
that
what I
they're
mean.
choosing it.
It's frustrating because I'm just like, oh, so you hate your job and yet you give all your time to it. Like, why would you do that?
Spew. Because it's survival.
Yeah, well, you think you don't have any other options, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so how come I can?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how come this person can? So how come that person can?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you have to live the way I live, but I'm saying you have a choice. And I think that's probably the key thing we keep coming back to on all of our episodes.
100%.
It's like, don't tolerate your life.
No.
Choose it.
Choose it.
You know,
Choose
like,
it.
not everyone has to fucking live in fucking tantric communities and do underground sex rituals and, you know, wear blood on their face. Like, if you don't want to do that, don't do it.
Don't do it.
But know that you're living in a world where there are so many fucking realities coexisting. To think that monogamy or fucking, you know, anything that's
9 to
considered
5.
normal. Yeah, to think that that is the only choice you have or that's the right choice.
Yeah.
That is total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Yeah, same with vaccines, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to tell us now that 90% of the population, I don't believe that, to be honest with you. I think there's way more people who don't want to be vaccinated, but whatever. If you think that it's like, I don't have a choice, I have to do it, it's bullshit. You always have a choice.
There's choices.
You
There's
always have a
always
choice.
You know, and that's why you're exercising is your choice.
100%. I'm just like, cool, this is just what I choose.
Yeah, there's some consequences. There's some things that'll happen, but you got to choose a choice. And,
Exactly.
And some people are just stuck in a certain. They feel they're stuck. Their reality is this is the only choice, and these are the only consequences. You know, and that's just the way you fucking do life.
What you're saying when you say I don't have a choice is you're saying I'm choosing this because I don't want to wear the consequences of not
anything else. Yeah.
That's what you're saying when you're saying I have no choice. Because even like, fuck, I'm gonna get so dragged for this. No, I won't, because people don't give a shit anymore. We say what we say. Like, I wouldn't tell this to everyone, but you know, you've sat through this whole episode.
If you made it to here,
then you're
you
right.
can tolerate our bullshit.
I'm like, even in the case of like sexual violence, which people think is the worst thing that can ever happen to you. It's not the worst thing that can ever happen to you. Can we just say it's that the narrative that rape is the worst thing that can ever happen to you is fucking bullshit. It's toxic. But even in that situation, you have a choice. If your choice is die, that's still a fucking choice. It's still I'm not saying that you have to choose that. I'm just saying it is a fucking choice. Your choice might be rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
You still get to choose. You want the rock or you want the hard place.
Well, that's we keep getting into rants. I'm trying to transition into final thoughts, but here we go.
Fuck!
Is that binary system, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, you know, I've been thinking more and more about like non-binary, you know? And I consider myself non-binary, but I don't, you know? I don't really want to put myself out there of like, I'm non-binary because there's all this other fucking stigma that comes with that.
Yeah, it means you're traumatized now.
Yeah. So, but to me, non-binary doesn't mean a certain gender or a certain this or whatever. Non-binary to me is a belief system. It's it's not a hard or a rock,
Rock or a hard place.
Rock or a hard place. It's not this or that, this or that. It's to me, being non-binary is nothing to fucking do with gender. Gender is like 1/100th of it. You know, it's that I don't choose in life that you are either black or white, or you are gay or straight, or you are this or that. You know, there is infinite potential and options that we all have and that we all can choose, and that is living non-binary to me. And that's why, you know, again, I also hate the stigma around that, oh yeah, you know, you're a straight cis white male, but there is a certain, in the context, what that means is you're someone that chooses like to live in this binary world that chooses like you're a winner or you're a loser. You're poor or you're rich.
Yeah,
you're
it's
this
so ridiculous.
or you're that. You're weak or you're powerful.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
woke or you're capitalist. As if like, yeah, I know. You know, we had that conversation about transness the other night because you asked me, am I trans?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, how do I, you know, am I trans? Like trans as an umbrella term to encompass the many, you know, identification systems that we've established in terms of gender. Like I could say I'm trans if I wanted to, but I don't really identify as trans.
Yeah, no, because there's a certain stigma that comes with it. I was just even last night or night before looking at someone that's within the community that has done a lot of spiritual work, that is trans, and they had done a post and they're like, well, let's all just remember that, this is me very badly paraphrasing, let's all just remember, yeah, I'm doing all this deep work, but I am trans, so it is harder. And I'm like, let me just fucking load up my shotgun.
Because, well, that's the thing. we
put you out of your misery.
Totally. Like, you know people, right, who, it's like as soon as they come out as trans, automatically they put this jacket on of, and now I'm traumatized. Like, okay, so you've lived your whole life not having this trauma, and now all of a sudden you're coming out and you're like, and now the world is so hard. It's like, up until this moment, you, like, sure, you would have experienced maybe some kind of like gender dysphoria or dysmorphia or body dysmorphia, what you may have experienced that, but it wasn't present to you until you decided to come out. Whereas for me, and like, of course, trauma is trauma, that's your shit. I don't have a say on that, what your personal experience is. But for me, it's like, I never felt the need to come out because I just feel like it's just me. It's not anyone's business if I'm a woman or a man or fluid or whatever. Like, it's no one's fucking business. And I don't think it's a controversial thing. And it's kind of almost like contradictory to me. It seems like, okay, if you really believe that like gender should not be a label, now you hold your non-binary identity so strongly and you're afraid if anyone misgenders you. And it's like, oh my God, it's a construct anyway. So who gives a fuck? If someone misgenders me, well, firstly, I don't think I can be misgendered because for me, gender is a construct. So there's no such thing as misgendering me. Call me a man, call me a woman, call me whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I definitely have more empathy and understand more in the world of trans, as in someone that is like transitioning, that is or like dresses in drag and that's their like true lifestyle, that yes, in society it is harder, that you will cop more transphobia, blah 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 blah, but like people that are non-binary or trans that like still presenting wise are more presenting towards the cis way of life. To me, it's harder for me to have that empathy for them. That's like, that you're a victim. It's like, come on, bro or broette or bro them, is that like, your life isn't that, especially if you're a white, like cock owning person that presents more as a cock owner, a cis way, and same with a pussy owner. If you're non-binary trans, but you still wear clothes that are from the delegated cis rack. Like,
yeah.
it's like, come on, like, this is
If you're AFAB and you present as femme, but you identify as non-binary, let's be real. How much discrimination are you actually facing?
Like me.
Right?
Like me.
Yeah.
It's like, I might put on a dress here and there.
But no one's bashing you.
A little bit of
at the pub.
makeup here and there, and I'm queer as fuck. You know, I have a boyfriend. I'm quite openly affectionate, but my life isn't harder.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My life isn't really harder.
Yeah.
Unless I like choose to at times. Sometimes I'll be like, oh my God. But not really, you know, like.
Yeah, if you're honest with yourself, it's actually not really at the forefront of your big life's traumas and problems.
No.
Yeah. And I'm not saying this to diminish anyone else's lived experience. Your lived experience is yours.
Yes.
But I think identity informs trauma a lot of the time, just as much as trauma informs identity. And what I mean by that is like, if you identify a particular way, then oftentimes you'll pick up all the trauma narratives of people who share that identity.
So much work I had to do around that with.
It's collective trauma.
With becoming queer. I'm like, oh God, all these things that I believe about queer people, I'm going to have to fucking, there's so much work if I choose to be queer. Because it was sort of like, you know, of course, being queer or whatever isn't a choice. You're born that way. But at the same time, you can choose to be straight your whole life if you want. You know,
can live that way.
You can live that way. You know, and then you can also choose to be queer, and that's like people choosing to come out or whatever.
Oh God, people are gonna fight you on this. No one chooses their sexual orientation.
That's what I'm saying. You don't, but then you also do, and this is this like non-dual living, you know, is that you can be both, and that's what I'm saying is like for my journey, like for instance, just for me to find Tim, someone that I can sort of be met on that level where I'm not feeling like they live in this queer narrative. I had to go through a lot of like, because of my belief system was that's who queer people are, so I'm only going to find queer people that are like this, you know, and specifically queer men.
Gay victims.
Gay victims is like, that's what I dated for a very long time. And then
I hope none of them are listening to this.
So listening, you know.
Fuck.
You're great.
God.
Is that it? But then at that time, I was also relating from a place of a queer victim, but my queer victimhood was, I will never find someone that's not a queer victim. Listen to me, I'm a queer victim.
Totally,
you know.
yeah.
And as I continue to pull it all out and move through it, eventually it's like, hi Tim, you know, like I've been met on that level, you know.
Yes. Man, you know, it's unfortunate that it's so rare for me to come across people who live at the intersection of different identities and different, you know, points of like marginalization, like people who are fluid in their identity, but who are empowered in it. It's so rare. And I long for that. Like, I want to have more friends who are like, you know, see, even the word poly doesn't really resonate with me, polyamorous. I just feel like I'm just free relating, like free range eggs, you know? I'm free relating, I'm free gendering, I'm free believing. For me, it's like, I don't feel like I need to adopt this identity to keep myself safe so that I'm understood by people and so that I have a tribe of similar people who can now look after me.
Yes.
I don't need that. For me, I don't need someone to legitimize my queerness, my gender, my non-gender, my spirituality. I don't need anyone to tell me, oh yes, you are qualified enough to be considered a this. It's like, fuck you and what you think. I don't care. I'm just doing me, you know? And my traumas, my experiences are unique to me. They're mine. And I'm not just going to go with a thing because everyone else feels that way. It's like, for me, I think it's important if you're doing your work, if you're really fucking doing your work, like go into your own psyche, deal with your own shit, actually have a look and see what's there. Don't just use the fucking lingo and talk the talk because that's what all your friends feel like.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, you know, I can't speak for other people, but I will speak with my relationship to these people, and you can backtrack the history of, like, for instance, I've had different black trans people on Curious Conversations, and I talk about these certain things of like, or just black queer, or certain people that are more of a minority than myself, and I'm like, can you tell me about how you beat this victim mentality of your specific minority? And the thing is, they're the same words. Like, I just had to choose, like I had to beat it through. So like, say what you fucking want, whoever's listening, but I know if you made it this far, you probably wouldn't. But like, people would say, yeah, but you don't understand what it's like for a black trans woman, or a this or a that or a blah. And I'm like, I don't know the lived experiences, but I do know that not every black trans woman is a victim or has it has the worst life, blah, blah, blah. Because I know fucking empowered, strong beings that are of this XYZ,
Yeah, because that's the thing. You can acknowledge that there are certain systemic issues that are very real problems in the world. You can acknowledge racism is real. You can acknowledge transphobia is real. Homophobia is real. Misogyny is real. You can acknowledge all of that is real.
Yes.
But still not put yourself at like the bottom, not the bottom, but like not use all of that to tell yourself there is nothing I can do about it. Like to use that to defeat yourself. In spite of all the challenges that you face in the world, wherever you sit in society, there is always something that you can do for yourself in your life to better and improve your conditions. And this is where the fucking insanity comes in, because people fight you on this now. Like, if I tell people, hey, you know that you can take responsibility for your health? Do you know you can do that? Like, do you know that you can actually eat well, care for your gut health, do exercise? People will fucking point the finger and tell you you're being ableist.
You're being this, you're being that.
And if
because the government didn't tell them to do it.
or like, if you tell someone, hey, like, I know that you grew up in poverty, but do you know that you can actually educate yourself about money, and you can actually improve how much money you make? And they will point the finger and tell you you're being a capitalist. Or you can tell someone that, hey, I know that you grew up with this, trauma because of the color of your skin, but did you know that you can actually fucking move through a lot of your trauma and come to comfort and love who you are and love your identity and love the color of your skin? That's possible for you. And they will fucking point the finger and tell you that you're racist. And it's like, wow, that's the level of sanity that we're dealing with in this world right now, where you can't even give someone a way out of their fucking problems because you're being told that you are ableist, racist, fucking whatever else, fascist, capitalist. It's like, wow, you can't even want someone to win anymore. You can't even help people anymore. That's where I draw the line.
Stop trying to help me.
That's where I draw the line. I'm just like, cool. If you believe that nothing can be done about your condition, that's fine.
Believe that over
there. Go on over there with your shit. Yeah. But if you want to take responsibility for what you can change, you can't change the shit you can't change, but you can change the shit you can change, which is your internal world. You can shift that. I'm a stand for that. For that, I have epic fucking amounts of compassion and love, and I want to support you in that. And heaps of my clients are Indigenous, fucking women of color, trans, non-binary, queer. I have so many clients who are actually doing their own internal work and changing their life. And not saying, oh, but I can't because capitalism and sexism and blah, blah, blah. It's
Yeah, I have an Indigenous client, a queer Indigenous client, and the queer victimhood in them. They're like, oh my God, this is me playing into colonialism.
Congratulations. Totally. Yes.
And just because I am of the colonial kind.
You are the colonizer.
I am the colonizer. I could never say that. I can't be like, hey, by the way, it's me that gave you that belief. But
but also, let's be real for a minute. Let's really, because this is something I've had to journey in myself. I'm mixed race. I hate the word race, but I'm mixed race, right? So my mum, colonizer, my dad, indigenous. If you but fuck, who's not indigenous?
Everyone is indigenous.
Firstly,
but colonizers are indigenous.
Everyone's fucking indigenous. However, let's say white colonizers.
Your dad is born and bred indigenous.
Well, even that, when you really want to talk about race and you want to talk about DNA,
No.
right, we don't want to go there right now.
Final thoughts.
But what I'm saying is, if you are mixed race,
Yes.
if you're a person of color, but you also have like white, then you've got the fucking colonizer in you anyway.
You
can't just
the battle of that.
You can't just hide from it because you think, oh, but I'm brown, so I don't have that. Everybody fucking has it. It's not about the color of your skin. It's not about your racial identity. It's a fucking belief system that is in you.
I gotta wait, you keep going.
Yeah. To me, like, decolonization, nobody gets to escape that. Like, what is the colonizing factor? What is the colonizing element? What is that virus that feels like I don't have enough, so I need to take over? So I need to come in to other people's lands and take things that are not mine, or I need to establish systems and institutions. Like, that is a mentality for me, and no one is immune to that. And if you're going to do your personal healing work, then you have to look at both sides of the coin. You know, you can't just love the ancestors that were victimized. You have to love the ancestors of yours that were also the brutalizing people, the Vikings or the colonized, like whatever they were. You have to love all of it, and you have to accept all of it, and you have to heal all of it. Woo! Damn, this episode went in.
Start doing final thoughts and I'll come in.
Lol, okay, final thoughts. Fuck. Final thoughts. You know, I guess my final thoughts are that, okay, this universe, no, let me start, scrap. This world, so there's a difference between world and universe, all right? World is subjective, personal, human construct. In the world, there are all these social rules and things like that. But in the universe, right, in the natural universe, Earth, and then the space after Earth, in that space, that's actually where life happens. So for me, prioritize your relationship to life, and know that what happens in the world is all fucking human projection. It's all illusion. And we get to play in the illusion as long as we don't fucking kid ourselves and tell us that that's all there is. You know, we just got to remember that, hey, we're playing in the fucking illusion right now. I went kind of on a weird psychedelic tangent for a minute.
Great, I love psychedelics. Okay.
Anyway, final thoughts. That's it.
My final thoughts, though I didn't hear yours, so I might just repeat exactly what you said.
I highly doubt it. I talked a bunch of shit.
My final thoughts is, first of all, everything that we've said about someone else, I also know that I am.
Yes.
100% that.
Yes.
As much as I ranted and was on fire and was projectile in the name of entertainment and fun, not only for myself, but hopefully for you. But, you know, anyone that got triggered isn't here anyways. But, like, for you that made it and may have got a little niggle of, like, oh, did Paisley just call me a piece of shit or tell me to suck his dick or whatever, is like, I'm honestly saying that with love at the same time. I'm hamming it up, and I feel like permission to do that every once in a while. Just, like, really let that ring, and it feels fucking good. I feel good that I've told a whole bunch of people to suck my dick and eat my ass and you're a piece of shit. Like, I need to do that every once in a while, and you need to do that on your own platform. Yeah. And if someone fucking gets upset, then that's on them. Yeah. And, you know, it's all a part of this human experience, and take, you know, bits and pieces of everything that we said, but also just take it as fucking just entertainment, and take it as a grain of salt, and just
take it as a grain of salt.
And just as a grain of salt. Everything they said, I just really see it as a grain of salt.
Can it be a salt flake? Like a flake of salt?
Yeah, but it has to be $10 salt for this family, Malden.
Wow.
Yeah, like, listen, we get hyped up, we love to go on rants, but we're just also a bunch of jokers, and we love, we will laugh about this, and, people that might get triggered and respond to us, we'll have a laugh at them as well, and it's just all a part of the journey, and that's the kind of permission I want to see in the world, and the permission I want you to have. Like, if you listen to this kind of stuff, I just want you to have permission to be bold, outspoken, loving, listening, like all of the things that you maybe see and feel in us and project onto us. Also know that we are a mirror the same way that the people that I've just called and Alpha's just called a piece of shit, blah, 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 is a mirror to us.
Yes.
All of it is, we are all a mirror to one another, and anything that triggers me is something that I haven't owned in myself, and I always am just working on being able to be aware of my contradictions and all of the limitations that I have. And it doesn't mean just because I'm aware I can change it immediately. I can own that it's a choice, but sometimes I don't fucking know how to unchoose it because it's ingrained in me. But that's what I'm working towards, and I hope that anything that we share on here is what you needed today to unchoose the things that you don't want to choose anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think deplatform your icons in your own mind. Like, I'm not saying unfollow me. I'm just saying, like, if there's anyone who you really respect and you think, oh, this person is so inspirational, they're so woke, they're so this, they're so that, like, just know that they're fucking human just like you. They're animal just like you. And it's like, it's a beautiful gift that you can give to someone, to just see them for who they are and not for who you want them to be.
Yeah, I'm not who you want me to be. I'm not who I want to be sometimes.
100%.
But I'm working on it, and that's always changing.
Yeah. And like, I'm grateful that, call it a privilege, but I'm grateful I get to live in a society where I still get to have my own fucking thoughts.
I'm grateful that I'm privileged.
Yeah, same. I'm grateful that I'm privileged. I'm not ashamed. I'm grateful. Fucking oath. I want to be able to think my own thoughts and say my shit.
If you're listening to this, let me tell you, you're privileged.
100%.
Not just because you're privileged to hear our voices.
That too.
But because you have a fucking iPhone or an Android or a fucking MacBook or anything that has Bluetooth, blah, 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 blah. You're fucking privileged.
And you have like an hour or more to spend listening to two fuckheads talking about their opinions. That's fucking privilege.
You're privileged. Use it. And use it for fucking good.
Yeah. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want.
All right, lots of love. Let us know what you needed today. Share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, cancel them, then tell them this is the only way that you're going to be uncancelled is by listening to us. Do what you got to do.
We love you. We'll tune in soon.
Bye.